Gong Jun was named by the official media, not for praise but for criticism, and his words directly poked fans' lungs. There is a drama that was highly anticipated by everyone before it was launched, but after it was launched, it was quietly ignored. That is I'm Going Against the Wind starring Gong Jun and Zhang Chuxi. At present, the popularity of this drama is only ranked 9th. In Dragon TV's prime time, the ratings are only 0.06%. It is really unjustifiable that two top stars collaborated and only delivered such results. However, this is also inseparable from the direction of the story of I Want to Go Against the Wind. I thought this was a drama about female entrepreneurship, but the heroine in the drama was like a divine help. After her father's company collapsed, the male protagonist, whom she had never met several times, helped her and successfully preserved the brand of the heroine's family. In the process of the heroine running the company, various problems arise, such as being unable to complete the KPI on time. The hero can also give up in various ways. If he says grace time, he will just delay it for a quarter. This is how the heroine can succeed in starting a business. This kind of plot alone has already persuaded everyone to quit. After all, in the 21st century, what the audience likes to see is an independent heroine, not a character who needs the help of the male protagonist in order to survive. But the plot is only one aspect. The actor's acting skills are a powerful tool to persuade the audience. The heroine Zhang Chuxi played the role of a rich girl in the early plot. Her arrogant and unruly character made people feel very connected. Although it was a little over the top, it also formed a sharp contrast with the subsequent overnight Cinderella. However, Gong Jun, who plays the male lead, has an image and temperament that does not fit the role, and his acting skills are even worse. 1. The facial features are flying around, and Gong Jun's version of the boss has insufficient yang energy. Actors have to be very cautious in portraying the image of a domineering president, and they can overturn if they are not careful. Even the handsome and aloof Wang Hedi in Love as a Camp will inevitably be criticized by the audience for being too airy. The overbearing CEO played by Gong Jun doesn't even look like a boss. Even though he wears a suit and has an exquisite haircut and hairstyle, whenever Gong Jun speaks, he has a timid temperament. When having dinner with the heroine, Gong Jun, who was so decent and refined, shattered all the audience's illusions with his expression. Just by looking at this look, those who didn't know thought he didn't want to eat and was planning to eat the heroine. When he communicates with others about investment matters, because the other party's app is suspected of plagiarism, there may be legal risks. The male protagonist played by Gong Jun looks down on what the other party does and is very angry. But looking at Gong Jun's expression, staring at the other person with blurred eyes, and the corners of his mouth slyly raised, he might have fallen in love with the big man sitting opposite. Right? Even in front of his mother, Gong Jun's performance as a son gives people a nondescript feeling. Look at this ambiguous look in his eyes. It is almost the same as the heroine's expression when she is acting opposite her. It is used in the daily scenes of mother and son eating. I'm afraid it's not suitable. Even if he told the heroine that he was hungry and wanted to go to eat and make the heroine happy, Gong Jun did not have the aura of a domineering president at all, but gave people a feeling of insufficient yang energy. Not only does her expression look funny, but she also has a bit of a coquettish feeling, making Zhang Chuxi look much more manly in front of him. And when he dotingly called the heroine little drunk, the way he couldn't open his eyes also gave people the feeling that he drank more than the heroine. Those who doted on him didn't feel it. He only felt that Gong Jun was listless. I'll fall asleep in seconds. Even Gong Jun's body shape was a negative. When he walked to the restaurant to look for the heroine, he not only looked around, but also had a straight face. The last person to have such a body shape was the runner in The Gentleman of the East 8th District. Zhang Han started out. Such a domineering president is really incompetent. In the early part of the plot, Gong Jun still had a lot of confused expressions. He always smiled evilly and grinned. If you read the plot, you would know that he was teasing the heroine. If you didn't read the plot, you would have thought he was trying to scare the heroine. Second, he was called out by the official media for failing to deliver his lines, and he hit the nail on the head. In fact, it's not just the drama I'm Going Against the Wind that didn't become popular. Gong Jun went straight downhill after The Order of Mountains and Rivers became popular. Regardless of his appearance or peak acting skills, he stayed in this drama. In a drama with two male protagonists. The male protagonist's crazy character in The Order of Mountains and Rivers is a plus in itself, and his feminine temperament is also in line with Gong Jun's feelings. Therefore, it is easier for Gong Jun to portray this kind of role brilliantly. However, like the boss in I Want to Go Against the Wind, the image and temperament are more tough, and it seems out of place for Gong Jun to perform it. This kind of acting level that is only visible to fans is indeed a blast for fans. Judging from the comments of fans, they not only highly recognize Gong Jun's acting skills, but also regard him as an actor rather than a traffic. But Gong Jun's performance in I'm Going Against the Wind is obvious to all. Even the official media couldn't help but comment on it. They didn't just mindlessly praise Gong Jun's acting skills like fans, but pointed out him pointedly problems, the biggest of which is Gong Jun's lines, which were criticized by the official media for lowering the perception of the entire drama. I used too much force, my tone was too hasty, and I cried too ugly, leaving a lot of famous scenes. This is undoubtedly an accurate summary of Gong Jun's performance in I Want to Go Against the Wind. It can be said that Gong Jun is full of ugliness in this drama. Any frame cutout can be used as an emoticon. Not only that, the official media also mentioned that Gong Jun was willing to be Jae Xing's adopted son-in-law, and that he had gone all the way. He had no resources to get in, no acting skills to support him, only fans and traffic, and they directly asked Gong Jun in his face, "Where is Jun's stamina?" It has to be said that the critical words of the official media go straight to the lungs of fans. Although fans did not agree with this statement, judging from the works Gong Jun chose after the Order of Mountains and Rivers, there is indeed nothing that is good, unlike what fans said. He is choosing dramas as an actor, but he is committed to consolidating his status as a popular actor. Zhu Yilin and Baiyu, who also made their debut in dramas with two male protagonists, one has become the best actor on the big screen, and the other is the creator of high-reputation film and television dramas. After the two of them got out of the industry with their popularity, they quickly transformed. Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo, who starred in Qingqing Ling, also quickly left their comfort zones after becoming popular. Xiao Zhan tried different role types in various film and television dramas, while Wang Yibo entered the big screen. Comparing these actors, Gong Jun lacked stamina, never had the determination to transform, and kept releasing homogeneous works, so that even in I Want to Go Against the Wind, his performance was still mediocre. When the character setting is not outstanding enough and does not suit Gong Jun's temperament, he becomes more cowardly every minute. It can only be said that Gong Jun, who is criticized by the official media, is not aggrieved. His acting skills and vision of drama selection do still have a lot of room for improvement. So, what do you think of Gong Jun's performance?